Keith, I texted you, wear a suit, and you've got a nice-looking blazer on, okay? You look really sharp.
Yeah.
But I wasn't surprised that you had to rep some Patriots gear up top.
Of course.
It's looking nice up there, man. Yeah. You always repping your guys. You're not afraid to do it. Even when you got to wear a suit, you can dress it down a little bit, put a hat on top. Still looking sharp, though.
It wasn't a good hair day.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah,
It
wasn't a good hair day. And yeah, I had this hat, and I figured I'd throw it on.
Good.
Got to represent my Patties.
Of course.
Go Pats, baby.
Yeah. Well, Keith, bad hair days happen to all of us, okay? Do you have any tips for the listeners out there? What do you do when you got a bad hair day? You put on a hat.
My main tip is probably get a haircut.
Okay.
Probably.
Are you going to get one soon? You going to get a haircut
That's
soon?
my problem.
Yeah.
That's my problem. All my bad hair days come from just me being incredibly lazy.
Okay.
Not going to the goddamn barber to get a simple goddamn haircut.
Do you get your hair cut by the same person every time? Or is it a new person?
Honestly, I like to switch it up.
Really?
I mean, I used to. When I was a child, when I was a young boy, back in the day.
Right.
I had a wonderful hairdresser named Yen.
Yen. I remember Yen.
She was lovely.
She's great. Yeah.
Wonderful hairdresser, big big family friend.
Nice.
But when I went to college, we grew apart. I
took you away from Yen.
We lost touch. And
yeah.
I unfortunately haven't seen Yen since.
No.
And it's actually a very sad tale. It's a very sad ending to that tale.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yen, great person. Right now I'm not getting my haircut from the same individual.
Okay.
I'm switching it up, but
from
everyone I've gotten, I've been happy with. Not really too complaints. I'm not too complicated with my haircuts. I try to keep it simple.
Yeah.
I go like 2.5 on the sides and back.
Never go to 2.
And then, just like a little trim on the top.
Yeah.
Nothing too major. Just a little
That's what
trim.
you tell them?
It's a little trim.
Every time you just say a little trim, and then they know what to do.
That's what I tell them.
Well, one person's definition of a little trim and another is going to be very different.
Yeah. And that's what happens.
You get a different haircut every time.
I do.
Sometimes you text me, you're like, it's too short. It's too much.
I run into that problem more than I would like.
Because you're just saying I just want a little trim.
Sometimes they trim it a little too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes they trim it a little too much. Sometimes not enough. Right. And I got to tell them, like, hey,
get a little more.
Hey, you can trim a little more there.
You think they get pissed?
Get after
it.
They
might get mad if you're like, a little more. A little more. Nah, a little more. You just keep going. Like, no, a little more than that.
Okay, buddy.
This isn't a trim anymore. This is a cut, man. This is a full-on haircut.
That's great, man.
So listen, okay, Yen, wherever you are, our heart goes out to you.
I was going to bring up shampooing.
That's another time. Next week, let's talk about shampooing.
You a big shampoo guy at the haircut, though?
Well, when they do it. Yeah, when they do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, most of the time, I don't have them do it.
Oh, really?
To be honest.
Oh, okay.
They usually don't ask, and they just kind of start going.
Yeah, it's funny. Honestly, me too. I
Really?
only do it if they ask.
Yeah, if they ask, I'll say, yeah, sure.
I don't know why that's like my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only if they ask. Because they ask, and like I'm not thinking about it, but then I am thinking about it because they asked me.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Get on in there. Sure.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Yeah.
But like,
soak me up.
But when they don't
Let me know.
ask, it doesn't really pop up in my head.
No.
I'm kind of just like a get in, get out. Type of guy,
Yeah.
Just give me my haircut. Nah, no, I gotta go. I got things to do.
That's right. That's right. All right, man. Hey, that's haircuts. That's Yen, wherever you are. Our heart goes out to you. Hope to get a haircut from you soon. One day soon. All right.
Shout out to Yen.
Shout out, baby. This is it, right? I always say it. Is this the right button?
I hope you know what you're doing by now.
I don't know.
Oh, you got some problems.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kel's Cuts with Kellen Slattery and Keith Vogt. I just mentioned I am your host. My name is Kellen Slattery, and I'm joined once again by my illustrious co-host and the horror fanatic. You know him, we love him. Guess who it is, folks? It's Keith Vogt. Keith, how the hell you doing, brother?
Boom, bang, shamawana, bang, bang. I am feeling like a fat-ass pillow today, like one you can make good use out of in your spare time and have a good cuddle with. That's what I'm feeling like.
Okay. I mean, I'd like a good cuddle with you after this. That sounds quite nice.
Don't we all just want to feel like a fat-ass pillow?
Yeah, we love pillows, man. How can you not love them?
Comfy and cozy.
Good stuff, baby. Okay, glad to hear you're feeling like a pillow. Listen, if this is your first time joining us on the show, let's break it down. First, we go for a box office breakdown. That is the B.O.B. As we say, Bobby Ray, where are you? We love you.
Bobby. Bobby, where are you?
Where you been, Bobby?
No, seriously, Bobby, we can't find you.
Yeah,
and we're looking for you.
Right.
It's turning into like a treasure hunt at this point. Bobby is
Where
the
is
treasure.
he? Bobby.
And
Bobby Ray.
we're like, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo situation.
Yeah, where is he? So that's the B.O.B., that's the box office breakdown, Bobby Ray. We're going to go over the box office of the top 5 films from the past weekend. We go 5 up to 1, so we have some fun doing that. Next, we go over our boom or bust movie news segment. So we'll go over the top news stories in the world of entertainment, movies, a little bit of television sometimes, and if the story gives us feelings of positivity, happiness, and hope, we give you a reaction of...
Boom.
That's right. But if the story is giving us feelings of negativity, maybe stuff in the realm of despair, sadness, even anger at times. Bless you, Keith. Bless you? Was that a sneeze? I didn't see. I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
I let out, like, some air.
He let out some air. Keith, that's how we do it on the show. So if the story is giving us a feelings of negativity, we give you a reaction of...
You're a very busty individual.
That's right. Very busty individual indeed. So after our boom or bust movie news segment, then we go over our... Well, actually, Keith, we're introducing a new segment this week.
Oh, my God.
We've got something new. Folks, this is called the WDKKD.
The WDKKD.
WDKKD. Once again, that is the WDKKD. That is, what did Keith and Kellen do in the last week? What did we do? So it's a story time. We're going to focus on a story. We will be talking about a movie that we saw, but we're going to focus more on the experience and the story because there's some hijinks that do ensue, and we had a little bit of fun. And we thought it was worth sharing, just like you're hanging out with us and, sharing some laughs. So after our WDKKD, that is what did Keith and Kel do? After that, we go over our cuts or our highlight of the week, and this week we're going to be talking about a big new release, number 1 at the box office. It is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's Sinners. Yeah, Sinners. We're going to be talking all about the Sinners. The film had some fun. That was a good one.
Yeah, what a film.
Yeah, it was a good one. So
that's a fun film.
We will be talking briefly about it in the box office breakdown, but we'll get into our thoughts on the film during our cuts or our highlight of the week. And then last but not least, we have our BSOTD. That is the bold statement of the day. It's our hopes, our dreams, our thoughts, our feelings, our aspirations, all of it packed up into one, a tight little bow. It's a present. It's a gift. We have it for you. And we will be revealing it later on the show. I always ask you, Keith, do you know what you are going to say?
I always want to say yes.
Yeah.
But the answer is always no.
I am right there with you. I have no idea what I'm going to say, and I like it that way. I like it that way. So,
it's the beauty of life,
right?
Not knowing what's going to happen next.
Yes, there has to be this level of, going with the flow, right? Yeah. And that really is the BSOTD. You got to go with the flow. If it comes to you, it comes to you. If not, you think of it in the moment. Yeah, and you go.
You figure it out.
That is our show. We do a box office breakdown. We do the Boom or Bust movie news segment. We're going to do the WDKKD and then the cut or our highlight of the week and closing with a BSOTD. So without any further ado, my friends, it is time for the box office breakdown. Nice. Let me get another one. Yeah, there it is. B-O-B.
You starting to get off on those?
You like it?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Can I get another one?
Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
You're a sick fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Getting off on the...
on the dollars and cents,
the
baby.
electronic sound of,
That's right.
Of a dollar bill.
All right, Keith. So this is the box office breakdown, folks. It is for the weekend number 16 of the year. It's our 16th weekend already of the year, Keith. It is
Super Sweet 16.
Oh, nice. It is for the weekend of April 18th to April 20th. We're going to start with number 5 at this weekend's box office. It is a film from A24. I have seen the film. It was playing in 2,670 theaters with a 41.6% decrease with $4.8 million. It's A24's Warfare. Warfare coming in at the number 5 spot on the top 5 there, okay? Last week it was at number 4. This week it's at number 5. Warfare sticking around top 5 with only a 41.6% drop. Not even a 50% drop. It's got a 40% drop. Keith, what do you make of Warfare? Top 5.
I don't know. Jeez. Well, firstly... If we're talking about like 40% drops and everything like that,
yeah,
as if that's like a good thing, I feel like that's kind of a steep drop in a way. I don't know if we should be...
It's a great drop. It's a great drop. Yeah, we've covered this before.
You think it could be a lot worse?
Yes, we've covered it a lot before.
I feel like a 20% drop is what we're looking for.
No, that's absolutely unheard of. That will never happen, except there is something a bit later in the show that we will talk about with that kind of drop. No. 40% is very, very, very good.
Yeah.
We've covered the numbers before. When you're talking about like a 60%, that's when it's concerning. You're going to look at probably a 50% drop and say, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 55, okay, that's a little on the higher end. 40, it's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
All right, thank you for teaching me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still haven't seen the film. I want to. I love a good war movie. I heard it depicts the war in Iraq in a very real, raw way, and heard it, really doesn't make you want to go to war. And
absolutely not. No.
Heard a lot about that opening scene too.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. Everyone's digging that.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a moment of positivity and levity.
Yeah, and then I heard it just after that. It's just shooting. Just the entire way through, basically.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But yeah, I want to see it. I love Alex Garland. I'm happy to still see it in the top 5. I'm kind of disappointed that it's already hanging at number 5 and will be out of the top 5 after this week.
That's right.
But I'm glad it's still there, and I got to give this one a watch. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, and worldwide total, we're at $17 million for the film.
Nice.
Worldwide total, $17 million for the film Warfare. I saw the movie. Very good.
Yeah.
Really tough to take. It is one that you only need to see once.
Gotcha.
Insanely heavy. Something that I really enjoyed about the movie, it pushes you right into the trauma of this, and it does not flinch. It does not look away. It does not cut. This movie is in pretty much the same contained hour. We don't cut to some other sequence here. No. You are living with these guys for 1 hour. It is the worst hour of their lives, and you are right in there with them, and it does not look away. It is brutal. It is intense. By the end of the movie, you're thankful you made it out. It really rings you. It shakes your bell. Yeah, incredible, really effective sound design, which has been prevalent in Alex Garland's films, like the last one, Civil War. We both talked about how the sound design and the gunshots were so piercing. Same thing here. It's so piercing and effective. Yeah, it's a tough watch, but it's a very well done movie. I enjoyed it. It's Warfare.
I got to give it a watch, man. Immediately after seeing that he was making this film with the veteran from the Iraq War.
Right.
What's his name? Do you know his name?
Offhand, I don't. I can get it for you.
Well, shout out to them collaborating and making what is, from what I've been hearing, one of the most realistic war films ever made.
Ray Mendoza.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland, man.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, after watching Civil War, it made sense just, seeing that he was going to make Warfare just because he just came out with
the Civil War. Yeah, similar.
Yeah,
right.
so I never expected to him make that career shift, Alex Garland, because he was big on the sci-fi films, and now he's doing war movies.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
Good for him.
Yeah, interesting.
He's got a broad range in terms of directing.
Exactly, yeah. So, Keith, that's Warfare. Next, we've got number 4 at the box office. It is Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne's The Amateur, bringing in $7 million with a 52.6% decrease for 20th Century Studios. Keith, this is The Amateur. Last week it was at number 3. This week it's at number 4. It is The Amateur. 20th Century Studios, sitting at $63 million worldwide. The Amateur still in the top 5 at the number 4 spot.
Yeah.
Any thoughts here? There's not much going on.
He's an amateur.
Yeah.
He's not a vet.
No, he's not a vet.
He's an amateur.
Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah.
He's young. He's still got to learn.
He's got to learn the ways.
He's the amateur, man. Come on.
It's the name of the film.
So I guess in that sense, maybe him being the underdog, you're rooting for the guy, you're rooting for the amateur. Maybe I want to see it. But overall, no, I don't want to see it.
I agree.
Seen too many CIA spy movies like this.
Yeah, just a couple too many.
Yeah.
Now, Keith, next, this one is interesting. I like this story a lot. Keith, it's Angel Studios.
Oh.
This is at 3,500 screens with a 9.3% decrease.
Good.
A 9.3% decrease.
Heavens.
It was at number 2 last weekend. It's just taken a little dip now to number 3 this weekend. Once again, only a 9.3% decrease, my friends. It is The King of Kings, bringing in $17.5 million. The animated religious film based on the Charles Dickens story that follows Jesus there. The King of Kings, Keith, a 9.3% decrease. People are going out. They're supporting this film. What do you think?
Hey, gotta love that. I think a big reason why it only had just less than a 10% drop its second weekend was because we just had Easter, baby.
Oh, good point.
We just had Easter.
Yep.
Good Friday, then Easter.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you got to love that. The timing, clearly, they definitely worked that out beforehand.
Yeah.
Wanting to release this and have this in theaters on
Good
Easter.
point.
During that Easter weekend.
Yep.
So you got to love that, man.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen this one. I really want to go out there and give it a watch. I love Oscar Isaac, 2 first names. Got to love that.
Boom, bang.
And yeah, man, really happy to see it still hanging in there.
And number
people going out to see a good religious film.
9.3% decrease.
Animated too.
Animated,
Sorry
yeah.
about my voice. Yeah, animated film too, and yeah, it's kind of a nice, refreshing take on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see it.
Religious film.
Yeah, my dad saw it. He liked it.
Craig.
Yeah,
Craig.
Yeah, he liked it.
Let's go.
Yeah, he said it was good.
He's a big fan.
Yeah, he really he liked the movie. Okay, so Keith, that is the King of Kings. And next, we've got Warner Brothers. Here we go. It's the film that we've covered ad nauseum. Can I get a chicken jockey, please? We've got a 48.4% decrease with a $40 million weekend for a Minecraft movie. Last week at the number 1 spot. This week going down to the number 2 spot, but still bringing in $40 million. Keith, the film worldwide total is sitting at $717 million. It's a Minecraft movie. What do you think?
You got a mine, you got a craft. It's Minecraft.
You got it, mine.
It's Minecraft.
You got a mine, you got a craft.
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love that it's still hanging around here. We've covered this movie ad nauseum.
Yep.
And you gotta love that a fun movie for all 4 quadrants for everyone out there to love is still hanging around, and everyone is out there actually loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love that. I love the director's comments. He was just basically happy that everyone's out there just having fun,
Nice.
loving the film too.
Nice.
And it's bringing a lot of joy to people, and that's
Cool.
what the film wanted.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that people are enjoying that.
Nice. Keith, in addition, I saw Shawn Baker posted on his Instagram there that he went out and he saw the Minecraft film. And he loved it. He loved the movie. He said he loved how in the theater everyone was having such an amazing experience. So if you haven't seen Minecraft, go out, have a little fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's not a serious movie. It's a fun one, you know. So go out and have some fun. Okay, so that's a Minecraft movie. We've covered it ad nauseum. But now we've got our number 1 film at the box office. Guess what? Warner Brothers is back again. This one playing on 3,308 screens with a $48 million opening weekend. It's Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Sinners bringing in $48 million on its opening weekend. Listen, we saw the film. We'll talk about it more later. It's a good movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
It has almost every single type of genre you can possibly throw in.
Yeah.
In this movie. I mean, every genre. I mean, it's a vampire story. It's a love story. It's an action story. It's a horror story. It's got a lot of comedic elements.
Period piece.
The music is insane. You could argue it just absolutely carries the film, and that's no knock on the film or in the acting or any sense. It's just the music is that good.
Yes.
And the acting is phenomenal. The story is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The screenplay. Shout out to Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan and the whole cast and
the whole team.
Yeah, you love to see it's a big win.
Yeah.
For the movie industry.
Big win. Yeah. It is one of the most
big
for
win
me
for horror too.
Horror as well. I mean, big win for everyone. This is one of the most original movies I've seen in recent years. We saw it on, Thursday night. We went and we saw the premiere show. You and I went, and we also took John, our good buddy John. Yeah. John enjoyed the film. Troy was there. Troy saw the film as well with us. Troy had a fun time. John had a fun time. You had a fun time. I had a great time. It was just a wonderful time with the movies. The crowd was into it. Lots of laughs, even some cheering at big moments, and totally got you in the story. And then the next day, Friday morning, I saw it again. So I saw it twice, I guess in 12 hours.
Immediately after we walked out of the film, you're like, I need to see it again.
Yeah, and I saw it again.
We're all like, wow.
Yeah, took my dad the next morning. And when he got out of the movie, he said, wow, that felt so fresh. Yeah, it just was such an original new kind of take that we haven't seen in a big budget studio movie like this, and some of the risks they took with the storytelling, the musical elements, tons and tons of stuff there.
I know.
And we'll get in even more into the movie later. But God, if you can see Sinners, go out and see Sinners. Support something. You know, people are always saying, well, they're remaking this or remaking that. Guess what? Sinners is here. Sinners is out. And this is Ryan Coogler's first movie not based on a true story or like a pre-existing character, because he started with Fruitvale Station, based on a true story. Then he did Creed, which was based on the Rocky films and the Rocky franchise. Then he did Black Panther. Then he did Black Panther 2, two Marvel comic book characters. Now you have Sinners, a completely unique, original creation that he wrote and directed. Here's the original one. Go out and see it. Quit complaining about they're not making stuff. Go out and see it. Sinners is here.
Especially new original films.
Support it.
If you want to see, if you're complaining about not getting an original film, guess what? You just did.
You got it.
I think your dad summed it up great, man. Craig's saying this film is fresh.
Yes.
It is a fresh, new film for your eyes. It has everything, and it's really unlike any film you've seen before.
Yeah. Exactly. It really is unlike anything you've seen before. So we'll get in more into our thoughts on the movie later. But now, Keith, it's time we shift into our boom or bust movie news segment. So we've got some stories here, Keith. We've got a couple of them. We talked about this before.
Wait, we're not doing the WDKKD?
Oh, that's coming later.
Oh,
that's going to come after the boom or bust movie news segment.
The BB.
Yeah, after the B or B. The boom or bust. So, Keith.
Wow, boom or bust is also B.O.B.
Oh, my God. We've got box office breakdown. We've got boom or bust. B.O.B., B.O.B., Bobby Ray. You're still there with us.
Bobby Ray. I think this is like a weird sign.
This is incredible, man.
It's kind of weird.
It's Bobby Ray.
Just makes sense with B.O.B.
Feels good.
Bobby Ray.
Nothing on you, baby.
We can take that airplanes in the night sky.
Oh, nice. Okay, guys, nice. So, Keith, we talked about this before, all right? We talked about the speculation of what it would be like for Ryan Gosling to be in a Star Wars film, particularly the Shawn Levy directed Star Wars film.
Guy.
So they just had Star Wars Celebration, the big Star Wars event where all the fans go out and they announce new things, they show off new stuff, and guess what they announced? That it is 100% confirmed. We have a release date of May 28th, 2027 for Shawn Levy's Star Wars film, headlined by Ryan Gosling, okay? This was revealed at Star Wars Celebration. He took the stage. He made some comments. They hyped up the film. Shawn Levy, famously he's coming off the heat of Deadpool and Wolverine. He's a friend over there at Disney. He can make a 4-quadrant film better than anyone. He can do it, man. And you've got Ryan Gosling. You've got some pieces there. We talked about this before. Now it is confirmed, Keith. I think I know your answer already. You as someone who's not so inclined in the Star Wars universe, me as someone who is very inclined in the Star Wars universe. Is it a boom? Is it a bust? Shawn Levy, Ryan Gosling, Star Wars, 2 years.
I guess I'll go boom.
Wow, okay, you were feeling much different like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Much more passionate a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I kind of changed my mind a little bit.
Wow, okay. What do you got?
There's some busty elements, but it's still a boom for me.
Okay, what's the busty element?
I don't know.
What is it? It's on your mind.
It's just the fact that all of the recent Star Wars have been a little disappointing, and I don't want to get disappointed again.
Okay, that is fair.
A lot of other people feel the same.
That is fair. But when I give you a guy like Shawn Levy and I give you a guy like Ryan Gosling, is that enough to give you the faith?
I don't know. Not quite. I'm not gonna. No offense to Ryan, but I don't know if he's enough. But I think Shawn Levy is enough.
You think the bigger story here is that Shawn Levy's at the helm?
100%.
Got it. Okay, interesting.
I have faith in the movie because he's at the helm.
Okay, got it.
That alone. And that's kind of all I really need.
Yes.
If he's behind the project, I'm good.
Okay, nice.
And I trust him with the casting, too. If he thinks Ryan Gosling's the fit for it, great.
Couple Canadian folks. I believe Shawn Levy, he's also a Canadian.
Okay, Canadians, you gotta love them. They're lovely people, incredibly nice.
Yeah, they're both Canadian.
Incredibly friendly people.
Yeah. So, Keith, it's Star Wars, Shawn Levy, Ryan Gosling. A couple weeks ago, I said it was a bust. Why? Because I thought that, let's give someone new a shot. Let's give someone new a shot. We like how we did in the sequel trilogy there with Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. We saw some new actors there. But now I'm giving this a boom. I've changed my tune. Now we've kind of traded places. Why? Because it feels real and it feels tangible. They put up a title card. They put up the logo. It's going to be called Star Wars, I believe, Starfighters. Okay? And they put up the logo, and Shawn Levy came out, and Ryan Gosling came out, and that was enough star power to go, all right, I'm in. Just when I think I'm out, they pulled me back in. So I'm in again. I think that as you said weeks ago, I thought more about what you said. You said, yeah, Ryan Gosling, he can play this kind of scoundrel guy.
Yeah, like in Blade,
Han Solo,
like in
Blade Runner. Yeah, kind of rough and tough guy like that.
Yeah. That's immediately what came to my head when I first heard this news. I was like, okay, Ryan Gosling, Blade Runner, I can see him doing a Star Wars film.
And I like it. I'm there. It has started to become real. Yeah. Once I saw the release date, I saw the logo there, I saw Shawn Levy, the whole thing. Now it feels real. It's not speculation. I thought more about what you said. I'm in for it. I am in. Okay? It's a boom. You're shaking my hand? Thanks.
Over the mic.
Appreciate that. Good handshake.
Got me going.
Okay, so
you gotta be firm, especially if we're wearing suits.
Absolutely, yeah. We're looking good, man.
You give a guy a weak handshake and
in
wearing
a
suit.
God, yeah.
Dude, you gotta immediately take that suit off.
Oh yeah,
it's not okay.
No,
you can't
absolutely.
be. That's disrespect to the suit.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Can't be doing.
No, it's a problem.
It's suit etiquette.
Yeah, it is the suit etiquette. Yeah. Okay, so Keith, also at Star Wars Celebration, we had some other reveals. We're just going to give a quick shout out there. They're doing a Darth Maul series. So Darth Maul, spinoff character who was in the first prequel film with the dual-sided lightsaber. Darth Maul is getting his own series there. Okay. We have The Mandalorian and Grogu. That is the next film in the Star Wars universe that is coming next year in 2026, directed by Jon Favreau. And they had the first footage. They haven't officially released the footage for us to see, but the people at Star Wars Celebration saw the footage. It revealed an AT-AT, or an AT-AT, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. Star Wars fans, don't get mad at me. They showed that. It's got a nice buzz to it. The movie's coming out next year. I think it should be a home run. Hopefully it is, and it gets some good faith back into the Star Wars universe. And in addition, they also revealed some other things, like Star Wars Visions is continuing. That is a series that they did on Disney Plus that has kind of one-off stories focusing on different animation styles, and they also announced a Star Wars anime movie is coming. So tons of stuff they announced at Star Wars Celebration.
It's like 7 different Star Wars things coming out as well.
Well, it's Star Wars Celebration. Not at all. It's Star Wars Celebration. You're talking about, okay, that's 2 feature films. And what did I say? 3 shows?
How many? Is this all coming out within like the next couple of years?
Mandalorian and Grogu is pretty much finished shooting. That's coming out next year. And then we have the year after that, in 2 years, we have the Shawn Levy film. And then we have a couple of these series, within the next probably 2 years. That's not a lot, really.
I mean, that's a lot. I feel like okay, yeah. I just feel like they're kind of adopting like the Marvel like mindset in a way, just putting out a bunch of content, and we don't know if it's all going to be good. I think it's best to put out not a lot of content and make it really quality rather than favor quantity over quality.
This doesn't seem like a lot of quantity at all to me.
No, I'm just saying. I hope it's not. I was just saying that's kind of the Marvel mindset, or at least it's lately been their mindset with Phase 4 going on. And I hope Star Wars isn't doing the same.
It seems, they've got 2 films. They previously announced so much other stuff. Now they've kind of, at the Celebration event, they've started to hone in their vision. They have a couple things that they've firmly cemented. You actually have a logo, you have a director, and a main star attached for a movie that's coming out in 2 years, and you have a movie that's finished shooting coming out next year. It's 2 feature films, and I named, 3 television shows within the next 2 years? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's absolutely fine.
I'm with you.
You could look at any studio, and they're going to put out a lot more. Like, first of all, Star Wars is the biggest. It should be the biggest property out there. It should be the cream of the crop. I understand the hesitancy of, we want to get stuff that's good first. But I think what I saw at the Celebration event was enough that they kind of narrowed in their vision and where they're going a little bit. Am I going to watch all these shows? No. Probably not, but I hope that people do, and I hope that people enjoy them. I'm mostly excited for the 2 feature films. I don't think it's enough. I understand the hesitancy there, that we need to get good stuff before we get a lot of stuff. Yeah. To me, this doesn't quite say a lot of stuff. I think it's a good kind of middle ground. Some of the more niche fans for these television shows, and then just a couple feature films here that we're actually starting to get fully in development. So we will see. We'll keep our eyes on this. That is the stuff coming out of Star Wars Celebration. Next, Keith, we have... It's Toy Story 5. Jeez. Toy Story 5 is coming.
Don't do it to me. Please don't do it to me.
Tim Allen says...
Oh, don't do this to me.
...that the story will be focused on Jessie.
Oh.
Boom. Bust. Toy Story 5 taking a different turn.
Jessie. Jessie, yeah, come on.
The cowgirl.
Oh, that's what I thought, Jessie.
Where you been?
I've been here, but I guess I haven't fully been here.
The cowgirl, Jessie. What do you think? Boom or bust?
I'm going boom.
Okay, why?
Yes, Jessie, big fan. Give me a cowgirl story. Come on. I want to see her on a horse, doing her thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Falling in love with Woody.
That's all you got?
Seeing their them as back in the day, as... Oh, it's not a prequel, though.
No.
Oh.
What the fuck are you talking about? Where are you?
That was my own head.
Where are you? Where you been?
I told you, I'm here. All right. Well, I'm really excited. I don't know what it's going to be about, but I'd love to see them continue on with that story. I think she's a very fascinating character.
Dang.
That being she's Woody's girl.
Yes.
And I want to know more about her.
Yeah.
So give me more. Give it to me.
The last time...
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I love her song, bro. Jessie's song in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
What is it? If he loved me?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, I kind of want to sing it. But
Nah, it's really sad. No, it's really sad.
We can sing it together?
Don't feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't feel like it right now.
Okay, yeah.
I appreciate you appreciating my reaction.
Yeah, I respect your emotions and how you feel completely.
Thank you.
I totally respect your feelings.
Keith, Tim Allen says that Toy Story 5 is going to revolve around Jessie. That's a boom. Why?
No shit, it's a boom.
Well, it's something.
What I was trying to say.
It's
Just had a hard
something.
time getting
It's
it
something different. Okay, it's something a little different. We obviously have seen the Woody and Buzz story, and we did get a lot of expansion within that Jessie character when we got introduced to her in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
I think this is a good direction we can go in. This is going to be something a little different. It intrigued me when I read the headline. I said, "Oh, okay.
It's like,
that sounds a little different.
Yeah.
I'm in."
This could be a spin-off, but it's not. We're getting Toy Story 5, but this totally could be a spin-off.
They continued that obviously Woody and Buzz will be reunited in the film, which is great to hear. And the film will be having a large focus on Jessie. So I think that's enough. We're starting to get some breadcrumbs of what Toy Story 5 is going to be. When they announced Toy Story 5, Toy Story is my favorite Pixar film, so I was obviously excited, but there is that level of hesitancy when you're like, really? We're doing the fifth one? Can we do something else? But you start telling me Jessie's a main point. You're giving me enough breadcrumbs as a fan where I'm going, okay, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm in. This is good stuff. I'm there for it. So that was cool that got revealed. I give it a boom. It's a boom.
Yeah, it's a huge boom.
Yeah, it's a boom, man.
Huge boom.
Okay.
Toy Story 5, man. We all want to see it. It's one of the greatest animated franchises of all time.
Absolutely. Keith, next we have... It's the new teaser trailer for Zach Creeger's horror film coming. This is the director of The Barbarian. He's got his next one coming. It's called Weapons. Weapons comes out on August 8th, Keith. This is Zach Creeger's Weapons. We saw the teaser trailer. So essentially the plotline premise of the film is all these kids, right? There's a bunch of kids. They're all in the same class, I believe. Yeah. They all attend the same school. They're in the same class. Yeah. And one night... they all leave.
At 2:17 in the morning.
At 2:17 in the morning on the dot. They all leave their house and they start running away with their arms like to their sides. Just run.
All the kids in the neighborhood leave their homes at the same exact time.
2:17 in the morning.
At 2:17 in the morning.
Wow.
And you're like, what the hell happened?
What is going on there?
Because they don't come back.
No.
And then you're like, what the hell happens? So that's the premise of the film. Sounds absolutely great.
Yeah.
It's based off a true story.
Is it?
I think.
I don't know about that.
Oh, jeez. God, I could be way off on that.
I don't think it is.
It sounds
it's a true
like
story?
No, okay. It's
what the hell are you talking about? True story? No. Wait, where did that come from?
My own brain.
Weapons. Here, the horror film Weapons is not based on a true story. It's a fictional story about a small town where a group of high school students mysteriously disappear overnight.
It just reminds me of that one, what is it, Roanoke? The fucking, sorry for swearing. Roanoke, yeah, AHS, American Horror Story Roanoke. I think that season, where that whole town disappears.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
got it.
Like that whole town disappears.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that.
Nice, okay. So, you got that there. It does sound like something crazy that could happen, which is why we want to see the film. Keith, this is a boom. I saw the teaser. You saw the teaser. Boom.
Absolute boom.
Absolute boom.
The Weapons teaser trailers have been absolutely...
the marketing on this.
Unsettling, creepily horrifying in the most eerie way.
Yes.
They're just showing a bunch of little clips of all the kids running out of their homes at exactly 2:17 in the morning. Each and every one of the kids leaving their homes at the same time, 2:17 in the morning.
Yeah.
And they don't come back. And you're just seeing these eerie clips of like ring cams on a home.
Yeah.
With just the kids running in the street.
Yeah.
Running away. And they all have their arms spread out wide.
Yeah, they're like doing like a Naruto.
Yeah, they're all
run
running in the same exact style.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all like kind of connected in a way, or connected to something.
Something's going on.
Something's going on, and we want to find out what it is.
Yeah.
Weapons. It's Zach Creeger, Barbarian director, absolutely insane film. This one also looks insane.
Yeah.
Give it to us now.
August 8th, it's coming out. So, Keith, next, we've got... This one was fun, man. Deadline had a story for us that Judd Apatow is teaming up for a comedy movie at Universal Pictures with Glen Powell.
Okay.
Glen Powell for a comedy, teaming up with Judd Apatow.
All right.
Boom, bust, Glen, Judd.
It's a boom because Judd.
Yeah.
Like strictly because Judd.
Okay.
And I kind of feel the same way, like what I said about Shawn Levy. Like, if he has faith in Ryan Gosling, I'm with it. I trust him.
Yeah.
If Judd Apatow has faith in Glen Powell and what he sees, whatever he's pitching is really funny, and he wants to work with him, and he thinks it can be funny, I'm with it. I'm with all that. So in Judd, I trust. Yeah, I think anything Judd Apatow produces is a comedic masterpiece, bro. I mean, he's produced some of the greatest modern comedies of all time.
Absolutely.
And
you've got Knocked Up, you've got 40-Year-Old Virgin. I mean, you can come on.
So many.
Two of the classics.
Superbad. I mean, you can just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
And we are hoping that this new movie with Glen Powell will be more of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a boom.
If Judd's on the project, I'm with it.
Yeah, it's boom. Keith, for me, I saw this. I saw the headline. I went, huh. That's an interesting pairing.
It's a new name,
Glen,
too. It's a new name.
And Judd. Yeah. Glen is a big up and rising star. You know, he's becoming a quick household name, really.
They've never worked with each other, yeah?
Not yet.
Yeah, there you go. That's fun.
So Glen recently did the Anything But You, the rom-com with Sydney Sweeney. So he did a little comedy there. In Top Gun Maverick, he has some comedic flair in the role there. He's got some one-liners, some sharp little things there. So it's been building towards this. He's the kind of the new it guy in Hollywood. People want to work with him. He's doing something with Judd Apatow. Yeah, I'm in. It's a boom. It's not an overwhelming boom, because I'm not sure if he has the comedic chops yet, but if there's someone there to bring it out of him, it's going to be Judd. It's going to be Judd Apatow. Yeah. So if he can do it, I mean, Judd famously has gotten these star-making performances out of actors for comedic roles. You're looking at Trainwreck with Amy Schumer. You're looking at King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson. You're looking at, I mean, even Knocked Up was huge for Seth Rogen. You're looking at 40-Year-Old Virgin for Steve Carell. Although all these performers do have a comedic background, they have these big first kind of adventures into a comedy, big budget Hollywood film with Judd. And Glen, this is going to be his first kind of big budget Hollywood comedy film. Yes, Anything But You was a rom-com, but a strict comedy where he's the top billed actor, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. He just did The Hitman with Richard Linklater, which had some action flair, stuff that Glen is obviously more comfortable with. This is strictly comedy. And I'll tell you right now, brother, as a performer, as an actor myself, comedy is harder than drama. It is much harder than drama, okay? So you really see your abilities tested, and I think this is going to be a great challenge for Glen, and I'm in. I am in. Boom.
Boom.
Okay? Simple as that. Next, Keith, we got the first trailer for Him. Him is the sports horror film produced from Monkey Paw. That is Jordan Peele's producing company, okay? So Monkey Paw famously did Nope, they did Us, and they did Get Out, all right? But Jordan Peele wrote and directed all of those films. This one, he is only producing. It's Monkey Paw. You've got Marlon Wayans in the film as well. Yeah. It's a sports horror. We saw the trailer actually ahead of Sinners. Trailer premiered ahead of Sinners. I saw the trailer. For me, I'm going to go bust. Why?
Yeah.
It didn't do enough. It did not do enough, okay? Did it intrigue me? Yeah. Was it something different and original? Yeah. But did I want to go, ooh, I can't wait for that one? No. The biggest pull there was that it was produced by Jordan Peele. It didn't do enough for me.
Well, and even that, like, they're fake drawing you in. You know,
yeah, because he's just the producer.
He's
not
producer.
Right.
They're trying to act like he's directing.
It has more of an involvement. Sure, it just didn't do enough for me, and I wasn't quite sure of the story yet, and that's okay. We don't have to know the full storyline, but it was a little too just disjointed for me on the trailer that I wasn't able to go, okay, how are they going to fully able to blend the horror and the sports realm? It wasn't quite clear enough. It definitely looks well made. There's some artistic flair to it. It just wasn't enough for me to give this trailer a boom. That's why I go bust. Keith, it's the first trailer for him. The sports horror film. You've got boom, you've got bust. What do you say?
It's a bust.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Really?
You basically took all the words out of my mouth, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really don't have too much to say here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the dynamic between? Sorry, if you had something.
I mean, it's fun that this is really kind of the first sports horror film we've ever gotten.
Yes.
But maybe it's that way for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we don't have sports horror films for a reason because it's kind of hard to make them.
Yeah.
It's hard to make them good and scary. And I don't know. I was watching the trailer for this. Well, firstly, it's a bust for me because Peele he's not directing it.
Uh-huh.
And so that immediately takes away kind of my some of the expectations that I had for the film.
Yep.
And after watching the trailer, like you just said, it just didn't do enough for me, man.
Yeah,
it didn't do enough for me. I love Marlon Wayans. He's really funny. Love to see him in a serious role. That's great.
Yep.
But I don't think this is going to be a stellar movie by any means. And I'm kind of worried about that September release date as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're just kind of hiding it in there.
Yeah,
it's right before. It's not in October, so it's before the.
Yeah, but then it's not a summer release either.
Yeah, you're trying to get that after, so it's an interesting spot.
If it was in August, I'd feel better about it. And if it was in October, I'd feel better about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot.
I don't know, it's in September.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting call there. So if the release date September 19th, actually a day after my birthday, maybe we'll see it.
Hey, that's right,
for my birthday. Could be fun.
Nice. So that comes out a day after, and then Predator comes out a day after mine. So.
Oh, fun. Okay, so we got our plans lined up. Very nice. We've got our plans lined up there, brother. Okay, so Keith, that basically covers our news stories there for the boom or bust. I do want to go over a quick shout out there. We've got the Harry Potter TV series is coming. Some of the cast has been revealed. We talked about previously about Dumbledore being played by John Lithgow, which is obviously a big boom. But this one I want to highlight because it's one of my guys. Guess who's playing Hagrid in this? It is Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, all the Edgar Wright films. He's Simon Pegg's partner there. Nick Frost is coming in to play Hagrid.
Oh, man,
that is a big old boom for me. Hagrid might be my favorite character from Harry Potter. I love Hagrid.
Very likable guy.
Very likable. I think that Nick Frost, he has this big, gregarious energy. Bro. You could wrap your arms around him like a hug. He feels like a friend, but he feels like family.
Yes.
And that's what Hagrid needs to be.
That's what he is.
That is what he is. Yeah. So Nick Frost as Hagrid, boom, 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 boom. I love it.
He's perfect as Hagrid.
I think he's absolutely perfect.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, just friend, family, everything you want from Hagrid. He's right there.
Friend, family, funny, boom.
Wow. That was good. That was really good. So that's a boom for us.
Hagrid headline.
That's a boom for us. Okay. Next, I want to
Have you been on the Hagrid ride at Universal?
I think so.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah, is that the small one?
Yeah.
I like that one. Is that? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's fun.
Really fun.
I like that one too. Okay. Next, quick little story here.
Butterbeer.
I know you have your little cup over there.
I do. Yeah, I bought a cup of butterbeer. I bought the cup,
the souvenir cup.
Souvenir
Show
cup.
it to the camera here.
It was this right here.
Check that out.
It was over $60.
Wow, Jesus!
Proud to say that.
Good for you, man.
Butterbeer.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff.
My butterbeer ad.
Nice. Okay. So, Keith, next, a quick little story. So, we saw that Sinners came out this weekend, and guess who was at some of these screenings in L.A.? None other than the writer-director himself, Ryan Coogler, was out at these screenings visiting fans. He was surprised. He walked out, he had the microphone. He said, thanks for coming out to the show. Omar Benson Miller was out there. Michael B. Jordan, a lot of the cast and crew. They were going out into the screening saying, thanks for coming to see the film. Hope you have fun. Hope you enjoy it. Big boom. Just a fun, quick little shout out there.
Gigster, baby.
You always love to see when the creators go out in the opening weekend and see the fans and engage with them. And it just makes you feel like you're part of this community, because we are. Right. This is our film community. These are our people. If you're listening to the show, you're part of our community. You're our friends. You're our family. We love you. And that's what it feels like when these creators go to the shows and you can engage with them or see them and say, oh, he made the film. And it's just an added level of tangibility to all this stuff. It's really great. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You love it?
Yeah, I do too.
Good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing to watch these guys come out and support their films, and just get out there and get after it with the fans, man.
Good, man.
Nothing better.
It's great. Okay. So, Keith, that's our quick little shout out to Ryan Coogler surprising fans at the Center screening. Next, it's time for the new segment. That is the WDKKD. The WDKKD. What do you got?
I just wanted to say a fun fact about the Googster.
Okay, what do you got?
Oh, he directed Fruitvale Station.
His very
when
first
he was
movie.
25 years old.
It's insane. I know.
Ryan Coogler directed Fruitvale Station at 25 years old. That's absolutely insane.
It's crazy.
Dude, what a guy. Man.
I know. Very cool. So, Keith, it's the WDKKD. What did Keith and Kel do? Okay, so what did we do, man?
WKKD.
Keith, I sent you a text. What was this, Saturday night?
You did.
Saturday night? Or was it Friday night? No, Saturday night. Yes, Saturday night. Yeah. It was Saturday night, okay? Yeah. So I sent you a text. It's late, maybe 8:30, 8:45. I say, hey, you want to go see a film? I said, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Sure did.
I do. What do we got coming up? Oh, I said, well, we got the Woman in the Yard. We could go see that.
Between two choices, people.
Woman in the Yard.
And they were very similar movies.
Yeah, they're kind of the opposite.
Very similar films.
So we said we could go see Woman in the Yard. We've been trying to see Woman in the Yard. We've been wanting to see Woman in the Yard, but something always gets in the way, okay? So Woman in the Yard was playing at 9:10, and
the other option was Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, the 20th anniversary
of Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
And it is a film that you did not like.
Well, okay, you're already revealing it there. What did we go to see? He just said it. We chose Pride and Prejudice over The Woman in the Yard. I said, Keith, you want to go see Pride and Prejudice? You said, yeah, it'll be fun. I said, yeah, it's really highly regarded. I think it'll be a good time. We went out, we saw Pride and Prejudice, and my, was that a snooze fest.
We were really excited to go watch this one, too.
That was boring.
We were very excited, man.
Yeah.
I remember we were in the line to get popcorn, dude. We were really pumped. Yeah. We're like, you ready for B&B?
Yeah.
B&B.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened? Keith, I was
ready for that scene in the rain.
Yeah, and we'll get to that.
And the scene came, and I was satisfied.
I was not.
You were not.
No, not at all. Keith, before we even get into the movie, we're in line to get popcorn, and I'm like, I haven't really had too much dinner. And you're like, all right, well, yeah, we'll get some popcorn. I said, no, I want chicken nuggets, chicken tenders. I'm like, okay, get the chicken tenders. So we order the chicken tenders, we order the popcorn, we order the soda.
The lady warned us. She was like, hey, just so you know, the chicken tendies specifically, they're going to take forever to come out.
She said they'll take 5 minutes.
And you're probably going to miss your entire movie.
She did not say
because you're going to be waiting on these chicken tenders for the entire 2.5 hours.
It would take 5 minutes.
And they still won't be out yet. She actually said that entire sentence. I'm quoting her word for word. And you almost made us late for our film. Because you needed some goddamn chicken tendies.
Okay, Keith, we ordered the chicken tenders. We're filling up our popcorn and our drink. You remember what you did? You threw away the receipt that had the order number. Okay. How the hell am I supposed to know what my order is to get the chicken tenders?
Now you're blaming your problems onto me.
Yes.
You're projecting.
You threw away the receipt that has the order number for the chicken tenders.
This is gaslighting.
What is gaslighting? That's what happened.
Being gaslit
That's what happened. That's a factual thing.
Oh, God.
That's what happened.
You're giving me anxiety.
Keith, we went into the theater. We sat down. We had our popcorn. We had our soda. We sat down. We're ready for Pride and Prejudice. And then I forgot I had to get the chicken tenders.
I know.
So I get up. I leave you. I'm like, okay, if I miss any of the movie, you tell me what I miss.
Guys.
I get up.
Here.
I leave.
And then I'll tell you what happened when you were gone.
So I'm gone. Keith, you take it away.
It actually happened right when you left. So he gets up to leave. And then I adjust my popcorn, and I spill half of my popcorn onto the ground. God. And I make an absolute mess of myself.
Yeah.
And my first thought is like, geez, what is Kel going to think of me now? He's going to be so mad. He's going to be so disappointed. Because Kel's like super against that, as anyone should be. Yeah. But it's not like it was my fault. I genuinely spilled the popcorn on accident. It was like half the goddamn bucket. I don't even know how much of it fell. It literally just slipped out of my hand.
Yeah.
and I caught the bottom half, but the top half was just all gone. It was too late.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I'm getting those chicken tenders. I'm waiting. I don't know my order number, and they're going $5.97. I'm looking around, seeing if it's anyone else. And somebody from the way back says, "Oh, that's me." $5.98. And then someone from the way back, "Oh, that's mine." $5.81. Yeah. I'm like, "What happened to $5.80?" And then they're like, "Oh, that's me." And I'm like, "What is happening?" And the orders are coming and coming and coming. And finally, I go, $5.80.
Yeah, it took so fucking long, man. She warned you.
I think that's mine. I walk over there. Is that chicken tenders? Like, yeah, it's chicken tenders. I was like, did that come with ranch? Yeah, I put the ranch in there. Okay, thanks. And I get the chicken tenders. I'm walking back. I go,
little do you know, as you were like getting the order, like we're both doing our thing. Like you're busy doing that. I'm busy like trying to pick up individual pieces of popcorn off the goddamn ground and like not make a mess of myself.
Yeah.
But it's already too late.
It's too late
because there's literally like. Basically a tub of popcorn.
It's like you chicken jockeyed at Minecraft or something.
Yeah, it really was like a chicken jockey moment that I didn't mean. No.
So I walk into the theater. I got my chicken tenders. I'm going, and then I see, Pride and Prejudice is starting, and all the people are already, they're already talking. They're like, "Madam, can I trouble you for a warm glass of tea?"
Oh, yes.
And then I was walking in the theater. I'm like, God damn, I missed the cup of tea part. Okay, I got it. And then I'm walking up.
I think I found a new suitor for your marriage.
That's exactly it.
Oh no. Oh, come on, girls. Let us go. Let us go. Let us see him.
That's what it is.
Let us go see him in the rain.
So I'm walking up, and I'm
my God, he's handsome.
Yeah, I'm ready to see this. I'm
going to the bowl.
I'm getting to my seat. I'm hearing the lines, and then I look at you.
Yeah.
And I look at the ground.
I know.
There's all this fucking popcorn everywhere, and then you're looking at me, and you're just laughing. Like, you're just laughing. I'm
this
like,
isn't the first time this has happened,
about?
By the way.
What are you laughing about? You made a mess. What are you doing?
I knew you would be very disappointed.
I'm like, Keith, what happened?
I wasn't looking forward to your reaction, but at the same time I was, because I knew it would be really funny.
Like, what happened,
But I knew you would be really disappointed. No, the first thing you were pissed, dude.
I was.
Literally, the first thing you said was, you literally looked at the popcorn and looked directly at me and said, "What the fuck is that?" And I got offended. I was like, "Geez, sorry, man." Like, I literally had
you were alone.
Yeah, and I literally had to tell you, "I'm sorry. It was an accident." And you're like, here you are, like being all mean. Like, you're my best friend. You should be supporting my downfalls.
I just don't know what happened.
This was one of my minor downfalls.
I was
spilling popcorn.
Concerned. Like, what
Pride
the fuck happened?
The Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
20-year anniversary. Can't fucking talk right now.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay, man.
It was an accident.
I know.
That's what I tried to explain to you.
But that was funny.
You're
That's
so
our
angry.
But that was our bit. That was the bit.
It was a good bit.
That's like the funny. If I came back and I was like, "Oh, that's weird," and then sat down, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Like I looked at the popcorn, look at you, and go, that's strange.
Yeah.
Was it like that when you got here? And then I sit down.
Yeah.
That'd be
or
weird.
if you just looked at it and just like didn't say a single
that'd
word.
Be weird,
and just, like, watched
man.
the movie.
Yeah.
That would have made me more disappointed and honestly probably more sad.
Yeah.
Than you getting angry.
Yeah.
At
me getting pissed was good. Yeah.
You getting pissed? It's like, oh man. Like it's like it's a truth bomb, you know, in a way.
What would you want your friend to say? You'd want your friend to be like, dude,
it's like you don't want to hear it because it's a little offensive.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, wow, it's really true.
Yeah.
He's speaking facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you're saying, what the fuck is that? Yeah. I should be asking myself the same thing. Why the fuck did I spill all that popcorn? I don't fucking know why.
Yeah, it all happened so fast.
And it was an accident, and I'm sorry for the guy who had to clean it up.
I know.
But the movie.
So let's talk about the film. Okay, so we're watching Pride and Prejudice, and we're going and P&P, and it's a highly regarded film. People really love this. It's based on what? It was a story from 1818 from
Guilty
Jane
as
Austen,
charged.
right? So people really love this movie.
Guilty as charged.
You didn't love the movie. You didn't.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, you didn't love it.
No, I didn't love it.
No. Okay, so we're watching the film, and, we're going, and then, like, scenes are happening, and they'll be saying, and, like, "Madam," and then she went to the... And then I'll look at you, and I'm like, "Keith, what did they say?" And you're like, "Dude, I have no idea.
Are we going to the tea party and then going to the ball to find you a man?"
Yeah, so that's what everything was about. Everything was about finding a suitor for the marriage.
Yes.
It's all the movie was about. Like, they didn't have lives other than just waiting for the men to marry.
Like, when I'm doing the impressions, I'm not making fun of the film. I just love the way they talk.
Yeah, okay.
I shout out to the UK and all the different accents they got over there. I mean, I'm sure they think we're just as interesting with all the different accents we get. I don't know. That's another conversation.
Absolutely another conversation. Keith, let's talk about how we would watch a scene and then look at each other and go, "What did they say?"
Okay.
Why was that happening?
I know,
They're
that happened
speaking
a lot.
English.
I know.
Keith, they are speaking English.
Yeah, they were speaking
And then a
English still
scene would
very
happen,
hard to understand.
And we would look at each other and go, wait, what did they say? I missed it.
It felt like a different language.
It did at some points. But they would say, it would start out like a normal thing, like, Madam, I said the do. And then at the end of the sentence, they go, huh?
No, dude, literally, a full scene would go by, and like I had to look over at Kel and just be like, "What the fuck did they just say?" Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, literally, I'll be looking over, like, you get any of that?
No,
and then Kel will look back at me. No, not a single fucking thing. And then here we are, just a couple of buffoons, just fucking
feeling foolish,
la-di-da, sitting here in B&B, not knowing what the hell's going on or what they're saying, but I'm still enjoying it at the same time, even though I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
I love the setting. I love the vibes. I love the kind of weird type of love that they got going on.
Yeah, it's an interesting...
You didn't like the dynamic at all.
No, I didn't.
I did.
I didn't like the dynamic at all, but I did like the cinematography. The cinematography of the film was actually quite beautiful. And there would be scenes where they would shoot in the ballroom or in the scene, and they would really develop the anatomy of the building. They would not cut. They would focus on this character, and the camera would move, and we'd go back, and we'd pull, and then we'd push, and then we'd pull, and then move left, right, and they wouldn't cut. And that really developed the anatomy of the buildings and the structures that they were in. And I thought that was really strong camera work, and some of the scenes that actually really interested me followed that. But this dynamic of everything being revolving around, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing the robot. I'm trying to make a point.
Okay, sorry, dude.
What is that?
I just felt like breaking that out. Sorry, man. Sometimes I feel like the Terminator.
Half the people can't even see that.
You think I give a shit?
I think I do. I think Cole's out there, and he's like, yeah, I didn't see it.
He's probably enjoying this conversation.
He probably is. Okay, so the film Pride and Prejudice. So some of the things I liked, some of the things I didn't. I didn't like the dynamic. The characters didn't work for me. But the experience seeing it with you, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed when I looked over to you and you were like smiling, nodding your head.
I was
always
giggling.
I'm like, Keith, I'm glad this is working for you because this is not working for me. This is not at all working for me.
Kellen literally told me multiple times throughout the movie, yeah, like literally what you just said. I'm glad this is working for you because it's not working for me at all.
Yeah, no,
you said that on multiple occasions. And
it really was.
Every time you said it, made me laugh.
I looked at
made me smile.
I looked at my watch multiple times in the movie. At one point, I turned to you and I said, Keith, I think we still got like an hour 5. And you were like, what? Really? Like you were shocked too. You were like, Jesus, this is long.
It actually wasn't out of excitement.
Yeah, it was
a little bit of dread there.
Yeah, it was dread.
But after a great scene, or in my opinion, what was a great scene, I would always look over at you with a big smile on my face.
Yeah.
But you would always never have that smile because you didn't like the movie as much, and I would always be. That would leave me pretty disappointed because you weren't as happy as I was.
Yeah, but there was one or two scenes where you looked at me and you were like, that was good acting. And I was like, that really was good acting. I did enjoy that scene. Yeah. The movie just didn't work for me.
I just thought, when I was going to look over at you, you're going to be really excited, and then we're going to have like our own little thing. We're just going to be really excited, but then you weren't, and I was just like, oh, damn. I was just kind of like, damn.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Kind of like one of those like, damn, bummer.
Yeah. But Keith, that's what we did. That's WDKKD.
D&B.
That's what we did. We saw Pride and Prejudice.
Can we shout out the infamous scene, the one in the rain?
Yeah.
What'd you think? For me, it actually exceeded expectations for me. There was more. Okay. There was much more dialogue than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah,
and the dynamic was actually a little different than what I thought it was going to be too. I didn't realize there was going to be so much anger from both sides, and I just loved how it worked and what it developed into. Yeah,
nice.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
I can't say prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
Except for that time just now.
Okay.
Shout out to the film.
So, that scene is an infamous scene, the scene in the rain. I agree that the dynamic was interesting, and it is one of the strongest scenes in the film, without a doubt.
Do you want to reenact the scene right now?
I don't know a single line.
I love you. Isn't that one of the lines?
No, you don't. You can't.
I'm confessing.
No. How could you love something that you clearly dispound with hatred in the moment that you think?
You sent away my sister. How could you do such a thing?
I had to do what was right for the family.
That was good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to do it for your own
I did it for the sanity of my own family. You do not understand what I had to do.
That was good.
You like
it? That was good. I like that. Yeah. Now you have to profess your love to me.
If there's one thing I've been sure of this entire time.
Fuck you.
It's my love for you.
Oh my God.
I saw you from the ballroom and I thought, wow, look at those collarbones.
Oh, no, why?
And that jawline and that cheekbone.
You like my collars?
Yes, because you're Keira Knightley. You have very nice collarbones.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm Keira Knightley.
Yeah,
And
you don't really sound like her. You don't sound like her at all.
I'm in Love Actually, and I got
a lot of other movies, too.
Everyone Loves Me smile.
Yes.
Because I'm Keira.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. What am I turning into?
He's a leprechaun? Turning leprechaun?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
That's good.
I said
all right,
bean.
we're off the rails.
I didn't even say bean. It was like bean.
Okay.
Caribbean.
We're off the rails. No, that was good. That was a good reenactment, though. Yeah. Keith, that's Pride and Prejudice, okay? That is the segment WDKKD. A little bit of fun for you. What did Keith and Kel do? We saw Pride and Prejudice instead of seeing Woman in the Yard. We thought it would be a fun time. We definitely did have a fun time. I did not enjoy the movie. I would give it a thumbs down. In a thumbs up, thumbs down world, I'd give it a thumbs down. Keith, give it a thumbs sideways, thumbs up. How you feeling?
Thumbs up.
Keith gives it a thumbs up. He liked the film. Up.
I enjoyed it. I love a good love story. And it was enough for me. It wasn't great, though. I'd say it's about a 3 out of 5. But,
yeah.
And I had high expectations.
I did, too.
They were not met. And I'm not quite sure why everyone's loves it so much. I obviously assume. Well, I do know the reason. I do know the reason because everyone has fallen in love with the book, and Jane Austen, I believe, is the original author of these books, written in 1813, all the way back in 1813. So there's so much lore to the big Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah,
and you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect them putting out the film and people loving it, and just wasn't completely up our alleys, but I'm glad one of us enjoyed it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And most important thing is we had fun.
We had a fun time. So next time you're thinking of going to see a movie, that is highly regarded, you might like it, you might not, but you're going to have a fun time, go and see it. Go out there, have some fun.
Yes, I know, because it's one of those memories that, because we were debating so hard. Should we see Woman in the Yard or Pride and Prejudice? Woman in the Yard, that's like any other horror movie, random horror movie coming out early in the year that we would see and probably forget about in a year. Whereas Pride and Prejudice, it's a very well-known film, 20th anniversary. Me and Kel go see it. It's not a typical movie that me and him would go see, even though we love a good romance film. Sure. It's just not a typical film that me and you would see. Sure. And we're thinking to ourselves, you know what? This experience is probably going to be something that we remember.
Yeah.
Compared to seeing Woman in the Yard, let's go see Pride and Prejudice. Let's have a good memory.
Out there. We were yes, man. Go out there, take a risk, do something you haven't done, have a little bit of fun out there. Okay, so that's our story. WDKKD. What did Keith and Kel do?
Are we going to do that every week?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll ask Cole what he thinks of this segment and see what he thinks. Number one listener.
Yeah, we'll ask our number one listener.
See what he thinks.
What he thought of it.
Yeah. So Keith, next we've got our cuts or our highlight of the week. Maybe. This is what we're talking about. We will be covering the film Sinners, Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Now, I don't want to get into any spoilers on this one because I really want everyone to go out and see the film. We'll cover kind of general thoughts, opinions, what we loved about the movie. Probably won't spend a ton of time on it, breaking down, analysis and stuff like that, but we are going to cover our thoughts on it, give you a bit of a review on Sinners. So, it's Ryan Coogler's Sinners. We're in, 2025 now. This is Ryan Coogler's... This is his fifth movie. We're talking about Fruitvale, Creed, Black Panther 2, Sinners. Ryan Coogler's fifth film.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Keith has to use the bathroom. I'll take it away. So, we've got Sinners. It's Ryan Coogler's fifth film. It's starring Michael B. Jordan in dual roles. He's playing two roles. He plays twin brothers, Smoke and Stack. So he plays two brothers, Smoke and Stack. Now, Smoke and Stack are two characters. The movie is set in the 1930s. Smoke and Stack were recently in, Chicago, and they were working with Al Capone, the gangster, to get kind of a lot of money, bring some fortune into their lives. But their money is seen as blood money. It's seen as a bit negative once they return, back home to kind of revitalize their lives in their hometown. So, they come back home. Smoke and Stack are trying to kind of assemble everyone in the community, in the town, to set up their own juke joint, a nightclub, essentially, for people to come, dance, party, have a good time. It's designed for a lot of the workers on the plantations, and to go in and kind of let their troubles, fall away, and just go out and have a good time. So that's the base premise. But Sinners does so much more than just what it is at its surface. Sinners is a film that is rooted with musical elements, blues elements in particular, a lot of folklore from the blues realm. You know, there's an old saying, what did you do down at the crossroads? You know, you sold your soul to the devil to get musical capabilities. That's a famous kind of folklore tale there. Sinners follows a drama, it's a period piece, it's a horror film, there's vampires in it, you know, it goes all over the map. Really there's humor, it's got a little bit of everything.
Every genre.
It is a genre film, and it is one of the most original things I have seen in years. At minimum, I'm going 4.5 out of 5. This was excellent. As it stands right now, my 3 favorite films of the year are Sinners, Paddington in Peru, and Companion. We're at the kind of quarter. We're at the quarter mark of the year. My 3 favorite films, once again, Sinners, Paddington in Peru, and Companion. In that order, for me. Those are my top 3. We're kind of at the quarter mark of the year. We're in month number 4, okay? So those are my top 3 of the year. Keith, it's Sinners, it's Ryan Coogler. I was just mentioning before you stepped out for a second about the musical elements and how the film covers so many genres, okay? And can talk a little bit about the things that worked well for you, whether it was the characters, the horror elements, suspense, whatever it was. What were some of the main kind of sticking points, takeaways for you? What did you really love about this one?
Number one takeaway for me was the music in this movie. I thought this music was off the charts, the whole blues element. Mixing that into, you know, the 1930s, you know, where are they? They're in Mississippi, right?
Is that right? Yep.
Yeah, man. It hit on all cylinders, you know, it really just from absolutely every angle, every genre that they tried to take on in the film, they hit. It was just really impressive, everything, how ambitious the film was.
Very ambitious.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect word.
And the fact that they hit. It hit, man. It was knocked it out of the ballpark.
Absolutely.
Dude.
The characters were so rich in this for me. I thought Michael B. Jordan's performance was excellent. He plays 2 drastically different characters, Smoke and Stack, the twin brothers, and they do a great thing with the costume design where I'm never going, wait, who's who? No, they had a red dress shirt and a blue dress shirt. The character of Smoke, he was done with the blue designs. That way, he had a blue hat, a blue dress shirt, and then Stack had the more red colors. And those colors are also symbolic for who they are as people and characters. While Smoke is the more, he's a bit more thoughtful, you could say, and he takes a lot of care in his decision making, and he just puts a bit more focus in there. Whereas Stack is a bit more, he'll jump. He's impulsive. He makes a quick decision, right? So very kind of polar opposites. And to see Michael B. Jordan play both with such a difference and variance between the two is really fascinating to watch.
I love that because there was a difference, like a different variance to the two, but it was a very slight difference. He very subtly played
because they're still brothers.
Yeah, exactly, right. They're twin brothers, but he's not overly playing the role. That's what I really enjoyed about it. That's why I thought he was really great, bro. Because you can tell them apart, but you can still tell that they're twin brothers.
Yes,
one's not like the super smart one, and then you got Mr. Goofy over here.
Absolutely.
Good to see that.
And then in addition, some of the vampire elements and the horror elements, they don't even kick into the film until probably an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and I loved that. I would watch
it's a real slow burn.
An hour of the beginning hour. I would watch a whole series based on that because the whole world was so well built and well developed, and it felt so authentic. It felt so real. I really felt like I could go into that world and live with those characters. The world was just so meticulously built down to every single detail. I mean, some of the filmmaking that he used with these wide shots, and he used the IMAX camera. We saw it in IMAX. So when the frame would fill the entire floor to screen, it was breathtaking to look at.
It really was, especially for that big ending climax.
Sure,
scene. The whole screen opens up
and
for that.
I'm even thinking in the opening shot of the film when the car is just kind of driving in, we're on the dirt road, and we see the little the chapel or the church, however you want to call it, in the white building, and when the doors open and the light coming in there, all the shots, it was really, really well filmed and well choreographed. It just was really, really nice, really sharp stuff. I really enjoyed that. So from a filmmaking perspective, it was just excellent. The characters were great. The build-up for me was awesome because it continually felt like, okay, we're building to something. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I'm not sure what, but something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And then when it does, it hits. It hits big.
It really
big time.
does. Yeah, there's a big twist that comes, I'd say, right before the third act of the film, or maybe the very beginning of the third act. And man, it hits really hard.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
And then that whole third act is just a climactic masterpiece of just genre bending visuals and acting and a bunch of amazing amazing stuff going on in that film.
Yeah, the effects I thought were great too. The actual like practical, how they would do the blood design and the splatters when things get a bit gruesome and gory. I thought it was great. Some of the best that I've seen in recent years too. I thought that the blood, it was Tarantino-esque, it felt to me.
It really was.
You know, the way that the splatter would have happened and just the overall design of it, I thought was so good.
The violence was definitely Tarantino-esque for sure. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
No, it really was. And in addition, between some of the bold creative decisions, there's a scene that's going to be talked about for a long time. I'll just call it like the music scene, where you are balancing different kind of time periods, characters, the power of music. Yeah. That's a powerful and a risky choice to do in one of these big kind of budget. This has reminded me of
so many risky choices, dude.
Kind of how Nolan makes a big blockbuster, but essentially what Nolan does is make an art house movie in the guise of a blockbuster. Yeah. That felt like this. It was an art house movie, but in the guise of a blockbuster. I mean,
that felt like this, but it felt like this movie was still taking on more than what Nolan takes on, because there was more genres in this film than a typical Nolan film. Nolan's usually just one or two genres.
Right.
It's usually it's usually just a thriller drama.
Yes.
Nolan. This was literally like the main genres in this were like, I'd say the main one was obviously drama, thriller, but you also had horror, obviously. It was literally a musical at times.
Yes.
Literally. And like going back to the score, this is one of the best score of the year so far.
Absolutely. Hands down.
Like you can if you just want to take away anything from this film, dude, take away the music, bro.
Yeah.
Like go and download that whole
I've been listening to it.
Yeah, the whole score from the film,
it.
Man. Yep. Yeah, because it's really just brilliant stuff.
I might see it again this week.
Yeah, it's just great music to the ears, man. And the whole thing is just great.
And I mean, we can also even touch on the humor, because I wouldn't say that the movie's a comedy.
That was the last thing I was going to say.
There's so many moments
there's
where
a lot
it's
of humor
funny.
there. And then also the last genre is we got a love story. It's romantic, and then also the film is pretty sexual at times too.
Yes, it is.
You literally have
sexy.
Literally have like every genre in it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because like that love story and like how sexual it does get, I mean that's totally a genre in itself, and like its own like very it's a very
used to be
deep,
like erotic thriller is how they used to do that.
Yeah,
like
there
a
you
Basic
go.
Instinct. It would be like an erotic.
But that was it was like a powerful side story.
It was
to the film.
Yeah,
and it worked, and that's the thing. Like all their little like side stories that they had worked for the film, and there were so many underlying tones in the film when you look back on it. You see those, and it just makes you realize that Ryan Coogler put a lot of thought behind the film.
Yeah, absolutely. This was
really
his passion
worked.
project, they say.
Really?
Yeah. He wanted to make this for a long time.
Wow,
you can tell. Yeah, pretty genius. Genius. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, check out Sinners. My goodness. I wish we could talk about it more in some spoilery detail, but it's not time, because I want everyone to see this picture. It's not time yet.
Yeah, shout out to Jack O'Connell, too. He's really good in it.
Haley sinister role, yeah.
And then Haley, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about the new kid? The new kid.
Oh my God!
First film for him. Did you know that?
Yes.
First film, bro. Yeah.
Dude,
isn't that crazy?
And this guy goes into these scenes with these like powerhouse actors,
bro,
like a Michael B. Jordan.
Dude, he's got like the deepest voice I've ever heard.
Yeah, and
bro.
his singing voice is incredible.
Oh, dude,
said he played, the blues guitar. He played for like 5 hours a day.
5 hours a day
You
for
read
practice
that too?
for 2 months.
Crazy.
To learn how to play blues guitar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then we got the famous cameo at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Should we,
No spoilers.
That, but yeah, we get a. Oh, and then lastly, please stay for the end credits.
Oh, you have to.
Please stay for the end credits, because I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the longest end credit scenes I've seen.
About 10 minutes.
Maybe like it could be the longest end credit scene I've ever seen in my life. 10 to like over 10 minutes
Yes.
in the end credits.
It's a mid-credits scene.
So please stay. And it totally wraps up the whole film.
Yeah,
too.
it's a necessity to understand the film.
You gotta stay. You
Yeah.
gotta stay.
Well, and I thought that was very interesting how the movie opened with a prologue. The movie opens with a prologue, and Ryan has done that in Black Panther as well. He's opened it with a prologue, and the mid-credits scene is an epilogue.
Yeah.
The way that it's done. It's the epilogue that really ties up all the loose ends, kind of, culminates the whole story, closes it all up. I thought that was interesting how he structured it. And then once I saw it again the next day, there's a scene at the very, very end of the credits as well. There's another scene after all the credits.
You kidding me?
Mm-hmm. There's a mid-credits and there's a post-credits scene.
Damn. I had no idea.
Post-credits scene, mid-credits is absolutely necessity to understand the film.
Post-credits kind of just like a fun little thing.
It's a fun musical scene that they added.
Oh, nice,
yeah,
bro.
It's a fun scene.
That's what I'm saying. It's
just
everything,
nice,
bro. It's a musical. It's a drama. It's a horror. It's a thriller. It's a romance movie. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's absolutely everything.
Currently holding
it's
a
sexy. It's a comedy.
98%
It's
on
everything,
Rotten Tomatoes.
bro.
Yeah.
It makes sense why so many different people loved it. It's got something out there for everybody.
Yep.
It's a 4-quadrant type of film. Well, kind of. I guess not for kids.
I guess 2 quadrant.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah. Depending on how old. What's the minimum age you think someone should see this? Because it is bloody. It is sexual.
It's a little too blood. I think it's R-rated for a reason.
Yeah,
totally.
absolutely.
Yeah. Very bloody, very Tarantino-esque, like you said, and all that bloodiness and gore makes you realize you're watching a horror movie.
Yeah.
And, so in that sense, I think.
But definitely,
good.
if you are of age to see it, you will get some enjoyment out of it. And if you are elderly, if you are in your middle age, you will enjoy it. So I do understand what you mean by a lot of different kind of quadrants can see this and enjoy it. Just not obviously because it is a hard R.
I'm just happy everyone's out there enjoying the movie.
Yeah,
just having a good time.
Keep supporting it, man. This is a great one. I've seen it twice. I might see it again.
Yeah, appreciating it. Just freaking well-made film like this one.
This is one for me. I would
That's
buy
original
this.
too.
I would love to see in 10
it's so fresh.
In 10 15 years.
Yeah, dude.
I would love to see this get maybe like a Criterion if it's still culturally relevant.
I think
it if I had to guess, I think it will be.
I think it will be too.
I think it will be because I haven't seen a movie bend this many genres like this and to this success
and just blend it all perfectly.
Yeah,
like
and it's touching. It's a touching film too.
Oh, totally, bro.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's really beautiful.
So many different
yeah, I loved it. I'm probably going to see it again.
We've seen the trope of like the whole town turning into vampires. We've seen it done a lot. Like Salem's Lot. It's one of the classic movies out there. From Dusk Till Dawn. It's a good one. But Midnight Mass, Castle Rock. There's a lot. But this one was just a new and fresh and original take on that concept, and it knocked it out of the park on every single level.
Absolutely. Keith, that's Sinners. It's Ryan Coogler, Sinners. It's holding a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes with 273 reviews and a 97% audience score. It's also got an A rating on CinemaScore. It is getting rave reviews from all across the board. Keep supporting the film. When this comes out, might have to pick up the physical copy. Might have to buy this puppy. This was a great one. I am all in for this puppy. It's a good movie. My favorite of the year so far, 4.5 out of 5. Okay, that's my score, Keith. That is the cut or a highlight of the week. Last but not least, my friend, it is time for our BSOTD. It is the bold statement of the day.
I give Sinners a 4.25, by the way.
4.25 out of 5 for Keith. 4.5 out of 5 for Kel. Time for the BSOTD. Bold statement of the day, my friends. Your hopes, your dreams, your thoughts, your feelings, your aspirations, all of it packed up into one. A tight little bow. It's a present. It's a gift. I have it for you. And what am I going to say? Folks, listen. It's the bold statement of the day. Now, I'm going to make the argument here that ranch is the best dipping sauce for French fries. It's better than ketchup. It's better than mustard. It's better than honey mustard, barbecue sauce, whatever. Whatever you like to dip your fries in, okay, let me know. Send me a text. Whatever you like to dip your fries in, send me a text right now. As you're listening to the episode, if you know me or if you follow us on our social media accounts, Kel's Cuts Movie Podcast, send us a message. What do you dip your fries in? Because I'll tell you right now, ranch is the best thing you can dip your fries in. Why? Because it's zesty. Got a little bit of zest. Got a little bit of flavor. Makes you feel alive. When I go to a burger place, no. Don't give me any of that ketchup. No. Don't give me any of that mustard. No. Give me the ranch. Hopefully, it's the more saucy kind of ranch. When you get the ranch and it's like, it's not watery, but it's a little more liquidy. Yeah, you want it a little on the saucier side, though. When it's thick, no. You want a little bit of saucy, a little bit of viscosity to it. You're going to get some good viscose there, right? And if you get your ranch with your French fries, that's my bold statement of the day. Ranch dressing, best sauce to dip your French fries in. Okay, Keith, it is your time for the bold statement of the day. It's the BSOTD.
I was just dipping fries in ranch before this pod.
Did you like it?
I really did.
Good, man. It's good stuff.
I'm a big ketchup guy.
It's probably the whitest thing I've ever said, too. Like, just going on a tangent about ranch dressing. It's so white. What a fucking white guy thing to say.
Oh, we're very white. Both of us.
Yeah, well, hell. Keith, it's your bold statement of the day. It's the BSOTD. Your hopes, your dreams, your thoughts, your feelings, your aspirations, all of it packed up into one. A tight little bow. It's a present. It's a gift. You have it for us. Keith, I'm going to give you one of these. Hype you up. Let's go.
Can you give me a topic and then I'll just roll with it?
Did that do anything for you?
No, it didn't do anything.
What if I did it again?
It's probably just gonna... I think you put us in a deeper hole than we already are.
Okay, I'll give you a topic. Keith, your favorite could be dish, treat, candy, holiday food item to have at Christmas time. Could be something that your family prepares. Could be something that they serve. Maybe it's a drink at Starbucks. Maybe it's a peppermint mocha. Maybe it's a candied yam at the dinner table. I'm not sure. What's your favorite thing to have at Christmas time? Jeez. Pumpkin pie? What are we talking?
I was going to say, I guess thank you for the BSOTD. My BSOTD today is the best thing to eat in terms of a dessert.
Yeah.
Around the holidays.
Yes.
Is pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
This is my favorite type of pie.
Nice.
Oh, everyone. It's not like I was gonna say that.
You put whipped cream on it.
Tricked
Cool
everybody.
Whip. What do you put? Or nothing.
Yeah. I put whipped cream on it.
Okay.
I fucking douse that shit in whipped cream.
Jesus.
Dude. Yeah. I will cover the whole slice in whipped cream.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. I'm a massive whipped cream guy. Dude.
Good God. Are you serious?
Why are you judging me over my whipped cream?
It's just a funny bit.
My whipped cream problem.
You don't have to get that sensitive now. It's just a funny bit.
I like whipped cream.
But
I'm defending my whipped cream intake.
But that much? You put that much on the piece?
Yeah.
Covering the whole
proud
piece.
Of that.
You just need a little bit. Like
no. You gotta do, okay, I won't cover the whole piece, like literally, but I'll put more than just a little bit. Like, I'll put in a lot. It deserves some more flavor, man. The whipped cream adds a lot to the pumpkin pie.
It sounds like you like whipped cream more than pie. It sounds like you want a plate of whipped cream with like a little dollop of pie.
I would
on
eat that, bro. Whipped cream's great, dude. The only, jeez, what's your favorite thing to put whipped cream on? Probably pumpkin pie.
Probably pumpkin pie. Yeah. I probably don't have a lot of whipped cream in my day. Probably just pumpkin pie.
I know. I used to have a lot of it as a kid, dude.
Yeah, because we'd always put it on people at sleepovers.
I know. Yeah.
Whoever fell asleep first would get whipped cream into the face.
Yeah. You're one of those guys that would just wake up in the middle of the night and just like get a good whip.
Yeah. Take the thing and
get a good whip of whipped cream. Yeah, dude.
Like put it in your mouth.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that. It gives you the extra boost,
dude. Yeah. Bed. When I was a kid, growing up, I remember whenever we had whipped cream in the fridge, like my room was next to the kitchen. So I'd always hear like my dad going out at 2 a.m.
Oh, he would do it.
Oh yeah, I could hear him out there.
Nice, guilty charge, dude. Hell
I'm trying to sleep, and I hear this like whipped cream sound.
You need it, dude.
Jesus,
you need it.
You don't need it. Go to bed.
It's like electrolytes.
What? You need it?
Yeah, it's like electrolytes, man. You got to get your daily dose of whipped cream, dude.
Jesus. You and I got different definitions of electrolytes.
Yeah, you gotta get that in you, man.
That's good, man.
Just don't do whippets. No. That's not good.
What the hell's that?
Oh, that's one of those crazy guys. They'll when the whipped cream bottle is empty, they'll like inhale the bottle.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't know about this.
It's not good.
Whippets? It's called a whippet?
Yeah, it's called a whippet, yes.
So they inhale like the CO2 or whatever that is?
Yeah, whatever the air is in the...
the pressurized gas.
Yeah, in that little bottle.
Yeah, canister.
So they'll inhale it, and then it messes up their mind for a little bit.
Oh my God.
They're just loopy for like a minute. They're loopy for like a minute, and it just makes you all loopy in the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Whippets,
so
baby.
rule of thumb, don't do the whippet, okay? Don't do the whippet. Keith, that's our show. That's Kel's Cuts with Kellen Slattery and Keith Vogt. Hope you had fun. I am your host, Kellen Slattery. I had fun talking to you. Hope you had fun listening. We did a lot today. We covered the box office. We covered the boom or bust. We did the WDKKD. We did our cut or our highlight of the week talking about Sinners. Go out and see Sinners. If you haven't seen it, it's a great, great, great movie. And then we did our BSOTD. Keith, how are you feeling now? The show's about to end. You got any final thing? It could be one word, it could be three, however you are feeling right now. It's a bit late as we're recording this. We got 10:30. I'm feeling tired. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like a bear on a lake, like ready to nap. Done hunting for the day.
He's done.
Done hunting for the day.
He's done.
I want to lay down. I'm ready for my nap.
Boom.
I'm ready to sleep like 14 to 16 hours and then
Let's do it.
Go hunt some wolves.
That sounds great, man.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So
I'm chubby, I'm furry, I'm a bear.
Boom. That's our show. That's Keith Vogt, the illustrious co-host and the horror fanatic. My name is Kellen. We had some fun talking to you. Hope you had fun listening. And this week, what do we got coming out? We've got The Accountant 2 this Friday. So that's the big new release coming out. If you saw the first one, that was 9 years ago. This one's a bit different, looking like a more buddy. What happened? You look shocked.
I think my headphones almost died.
Headphones almost died. That's why we're wrapping up. So, Keith, we've got The Accountant 2 coming out this Friday. Go out to the movies and see it if you haven't. If not, go see Sinners. I might see it for a third time. Go out and have some fun. And with all of that being said, my friends, we'll see you at the movies.